If I ask you to list down your favorite Japanese foods, I assume that you would say the most common ones, such as ramen, tempura, sushi, and wagyu. That is understandable because those are also the easiest to access Japanese foods, often available even in other countries. But to make your first or next visit to Japan this year a little different yet more meaningful, I have listed 10 underrated Japanese foods that you must try. I bet my list of favorites will also be yours. But before we begin, make sure to like this video and hit the subscribe button. You can also turn on the notification bell to keep you updated on my next uploads. Now, let's get into it. Starting off the list at number 10 is bori daikon. For the coldest hours during the winter season, nothing feels greater than eating a bori daikon. The main stars of this dish are a simmered yellowtail fish and a daikon radish stewed in Japan's finest flavors, including ginger, sake, soy sauce, and other flavoring until it turns soft. Because of its softness, you can even feel the yellowtail melting in your mouth, and the flavors are also bursting. The best part of eating a bori daikon is that it is a pretty light dish, so you won't feel full quickly and can have more space for other delicacies. Despite that, bori daikon proves that Japanese flavors and spices are the best ingredients in cooking the most delicious stews. Next at number 9 is Toyama black ramen. Ramen has many variants, and you may also have your own way of cooking ramen, adding other ingredients here and there. That's perfectly fine. But today, I want to share another ramen variant that even the best ramen enthusiasts crave. It is the Toyama black ramen, another dish that is based on soy sauce. Relax. Although the soy sauce is the reason behind its deep black color, Toyama black ramen is not salty at all. On the contrary, its flavors are mixed well, allowing you to taste the goodness of both the soup and the noodles in your every slurp. What makes it extra flavorful is the strong kick of umami and the chicken and fish broth combined with the soy sauce. Toyama black ramen is still a light dish, but if you want to feel full, pair it with a cup of rice. Top it with egg, ground black pepper, and chopped green onion. Next in line at number 8 is yakitori. I really love chicken dishes, and I have tried them in different styles: fried, grilled, stewed, and simmered. I thought I couldn't find a new dish to look forward to whenever I went to a foreign country, but yakitori proved me wrong. You might have heard of the word yakitori before, but it is still quite underrated in Japan. This Japanese grilled chicken and scallion skewer is coated in homemade yakitori sauce. You can already taste its savory sweetness just by looking at its glistening appearance due to the yakitori sauce. Although there are restaurants in Japan where you can buy yakitori, the best part is that it is also very easy to cook and is perfect if you have a barbecue party at home or a casual drinking session with your friends. Coming in at number 7 is Chiku Jenny. I have another seasonal food you shouldn't miss here, especially if you go to Japan during the last week of the year up to the first few weeks of next year. This is Chiku Jenny or Nishime, another tasty simmered recipe with Japan's classic flavorings, dashi, mirin, and soy sauce. The highlight of the dish, steamed chicken and root vegetables. Chiku Jenny is one of the oseki ryori, or the traditional Japanese foods served on New Year's Day. But if this becomes your favorite, you can still cook it and eat it at all times of the year. You can even make it in advance, store it in your kitchen, and eat it as a side dish in every meal, or take it with you on your bento box for school or work meals. Next at number 6 is Matsuna Bay. Japan is also home to many kinds of hot pots, but there is one that deserves a brighter spotlight. This northern Kyushu cuisine is called Matsuna Bay. This is an exciting stew because it is made from pork intestines. Not all people like pork intestines, but you should try it. Its soup comes in different styles, so you can try it with soy sauce or miso. For a complete experience, try both, because soy sauce and miso are two of the best flavorings in the country. Like other Japanese food, it is also a healthy dish as it is commonly served with Chinese cabbage, bean sprouts, garlic chives, chips, chili flakes, and burdock root. Just imagine how much nutrients you can get from it while enjoying its deliciousness. Let's continue with number 5, Kaiseki. Kaiseki is a multi-course traditional Japanese dish that reflects the vibrant food scene of the country. I recommend trying it because it is a Japanese cuisine served only on special occasions and in expensive restaurants. It's also quite historical as it started as a very light meal before a tea ceremony. Being this special, you cannot eat it the same way you eat other dishes. In fact, there is a sequence of Kaiseki light dishes that you have to eat according to their order. Basically, you will start with small dishes such as the sakizuke, which acts as the appetizer, followed by mukozuke, or the sliced strawfish that you know as sashimi. The rice and soups are served at the end of the course. I would say that trying Kaiseki made my Japan experience more complete and memorable, and you can share this sentiment if you also try Kaiseki. Next at number 4 is Akana Miyaki. After indulging in the traditional foods, of course, I won't skip the street foods, especially the Akana Miyaki that you can try in Osaka. I found this dish very unique and interesting because I was confused about whether to classify it as a dessert or a side dish. But then I figured that it doesn't matter. Akana Miyaki is such a delicious grilled pancake street food that you can grill as you like. I usually top my pancakes with sweets and syrups, so I was surprised you can add protein and condiments to Akana Miyaki. You can add the protein and spices you like, but the most common are pork and tonkatsu for meat and Akana Miyaki sauce, Japanese mayonnaise, dried seaweed, and bonito flakes for flavoring. As the name's English translation implies, you can indeed grill it as you like. Coming in at number 3 on the list is Hodo. Going back to one of Japan's specialties, which is noodles, I also recommend that you try Hodo. Hodo is a regional food you can try when visiting the Yamanashi prefecture. It is a hearty noodle soup made from starchy vegetables, meat, and flat noodles made flavorful by miso-based dashi broth. Compared to the previous dish, you will surely feel full when you eat Hodo because the noodles differ from the common udon noodles. It is more doughy and does not stretch. Actually, you might feel like you're eating dumpling noodles. You can also taste its freshness because it is cooked raw in the soup with other ingredients. What I enjoyed the most about Hodo is that it feels very comforting that even if you are eating at a restaurant, it still feels like you are at home. Next at number 2 on the list is Nikujaga. What makes this dish very flavorful is its delicate combination of the best Japanese ingredients, such as the chunks of potatoes as the main ingredient and thinly sliced beef in the sweet and spicy dashi broth. Of course, this will not be complete without adding the iconic soy sauce, sugar, sake, mirin, and dashi. Eating it feels very nostalgic. That's why the local people call it the taste of a mother's cooking and reflects the old Japanese food scene. Before we go to the top of this list, if you want to know more about traveling in Japan, I also have videos about it that you can see on the channel. While you're at it, please do subscribe. Don't be shy to click the notification bell so that you won't miss any of our future uploads. And now, the number 1 on the list is Namuru. I have told you about the 9 underrated dishes mostly cooked with meat as the main ingredient. Now, it's time to have some seafood. What makes Namuru underrated is that it has been very common in Japan that the locals do not highly appreciate its deliciousness. But as a traveler, Namuru is one of the most delicious side dishes I have tried. This fisherman's dish originated from Chiba and is made of different kinds of fish minced and mixed together. Surprisingly, leaves and miso are the only ingredients added to Namuru. If you compare it to the appearance of the previous dishes, this looks very different and is not even plated. This is because the focus of Namuru is the taste and not appearance. It is also very easy to make, with no cooking needed, just a knife and chopping board. It earned the term fisherman's dish because they can make it on their boat using their fresh catch. And there you go, those are the 10 underrated foods you must try when you visit Japan in 2023. Remember, say "Tadakimasu" first before having your first bite. Again, please make sure to like this video and hit the subscribe button. What's the most underrated Japanese food for you? Please leave them below.